Hi everyone, my name is Ethan Salim. I graduated the class of 2011, and afterwards I headed on down to Arizona to start my college career at Arizona State University. My first year of college was not as scary as I thought it was going to be. I had this huge intimidating picture in my mind, and once I got there I actually started to enjoy it. Probably one of the best tips I listened to was go in with a good work ethic, good study habits, and it won't be as overwhelming as it could be if you put things off. Living on campus was a good thing, even though I was a little reluctant to do that. Putting me closer to where everything happens actually got me friends, it got me involved on campus, it benefited my career outside the classroom. My mom told me one thing that I actually listened to, which was join a club that piques your interest. I joined a club called DISC, the Department of Information Systems Club, which was the club for my degree program, and they brought companies in to kind of show what was out there for my degree field because I had no idea what I wanted to do as a freshman. And I ended up becoming president of that club my senior year and got my full-time job offer through that. The most important part of my education at Sunset was probably learning how to be social in a large setting. My school that I went from K through 8 in was very small, the same 40 kids all 9 years, and when I went to Sunset it was close to 2,000 students across all 4 grades, and so it was a much bigger scene than I was used to, and learning how to adapt to that helped me get ready for ASU, which is even bigger, with about 70,000 students at any given time and 40,000 on the one campus that I was on. I would also say getting involved in high school was a really big thing, because then you aren't as reluctant to get involved in college. If you go to college and you see that the club that you really want to join isn't out there, grab a couple friends who are interested in the same thing and just create it. So I didn't take the full IB diploma program, but I did take a couple IB classes. I ended up getting the IB certificate in history. And as far as the value goes for those, not only are you getting ahead by taking a college credit course in high school, but you're saving a ton of money. To kind of put in perspective, I think the IB certificate for the one class cost about $50, and to take the equivalent course at ASU was $3,000. Even though I didn't take the whole program, if I could go back, I totally would, because that saves so much time. You could potentially save an entire semester of time if you went through the IB program and finished the whole thing and passed. I would say the classes I remember the most are probably the ones I did in the computer lab with Mr. G. Java probably would stand out the most, because that is really what got my feet wet in programming. And even though I'm not directly a programmer, I'm still in contact with code in my day-to-day job today. So it helped there, and it also helped during school when I learned C#. I also took another Java class. Once you know one programming language, the logic follows for all the rest. The other really important class that I took at Sunset was English. I found that no matter what subject I was in, I wasn't going to be able to escape writing a paper. And if I'm gonna spend my time writing a paper, I want to learn how to write it well. Because there's nothing worse than having your ideas lost behind bad grammar or low vocabulary. It's the little things that really demean what you're trying to say. So paying attention to English was huge, and it helped me a lot. The most surprising thing was probably how fast it went by. I remember, it seems like it was very recently, that I just started my freshman level classes and that I was in the dorms and ready to learn, and now I've been out for over a year in the working world, and it just flew by. So take advantage of all the time you have there, because it doesn't last forever. The skills that were most useful to me were probably learning how to network and just in general be social. It sounds like a small thing, but that really gets you places. Going to things like career fairs and job fairs, just anything, club fairs even. Being able to hold a conversation with somebody for even 5 minutes goes a long way. I took a public speaking class and I really learned how to speak in front of people without shaking and sweating and just in general freaking out. I'd like to thank Mr. G for the opportunity to make this video and talk to you guys, and I hope the information I provided was helpful. Thanks.